Every PR, every first place finish and gold medal, every state record, every individual milestone. It all begins right here between lanes 1 and 10. But each workout, the sprints, the laps, the miles, is about more than championships, more than records. Each footstep put forth on this hallowed ground is training toward meeting your greatest competitor, yourself.
I have so much fun running track, and it's what I love. It's what I've loved for a long time now. My coaches and my teammates are really why I have so much fun. It's obviously nice popping a fast time, but it's those days out on the track when, I feel terrible and I'm not feeling my best and I don't have a good workout. It's my teammates and my coaches who are here for me, and those are the only people I have at that moment. And so, I don't think they get enough recognition for, how much they help, how much we help each other and how much they help me through every part of the process.
There's the gun, and there goes Carly Smiedala. Smiedala, only a freshman, and she takes the tape.
Smiedala adds another win on the afternoon. This girl's got a promising future.
It was actually when she was in middle school. Josie, we got to know Josie first because Josie being older, and so, and I got to go see her run, in middle school, anticipating that she was going to be a great athlete.
You could just tell right away that the girl had some serious drive. You could tell that she was focused on all the little things that would make her great someday, and it always takes a little bit of genetics to be good, and she definitely had that, but the thing that pushes champions over the edge is that commitment, that passion for the sport, the passion to train, and the passion to compete, and she had all those things.
She was intense, and she expected a lot out of herself. In fact, sometimes we would just say, Carly, it's okay. It's fine to want to excel, but she was just so hard on herself sometimes that it was just like, it's okay to have fun once in a while. But she just provided such awesome leadership. The boys were like, oh my God, they didn't even want to run with her because she would just kick their butt. To have somebody like that on the track and just set the standard and set the bar, and it was like, this is what we're going to do, this is how hard we're going to work. It just added so much to the program.
And down goes another Helena High record. Carly Smiedala does it again.
She had virtually every, track record with the exception of the 100. And so she had attained all that. I think then it was like, okay, I can just chill a little bit and it's going to be okay. This is the kind of kid she is. They had it mapped out. So when Josie was a senior and Carly was a junior and Maggie, I think, would have been a freshman then, they had it mapped out that those three were going to run and win every race at Crosstown. We just laughed at the time. And I think it happened except maybe one race that they didn't do. But, that's just, that's so Carly. Because they would strategize and they would figure all this stuff out, and yeah, it was a lot of fun. It was just a blessing to have her and to be able to coach somebody like that. It really was.
Carly Smiedala, daughter of former Kansas track standouts Stacy and Amy. Stacy, of course, still holds Montana's 800-meter record.
I think I run for my family most. My dad and my mom both ran track at KU, and my sisters, we've always been super, the running family, and so we've kind of separated over the last couple years, and I think mostly the bonds that I do have with them, that's what stayed strongest. And even though I may not have contact with them, I think that I'm stronger just knowing that, they helped me to get to this point. So I appreciate that. Honestly, there were really no expectations as much as everyone thinks there were. From the very beginning, I loved running more than I think my family even loved running. I mean, I know my dad loved it, I know my mom loved it, but I think just competition-wise, I love competing, and I love training more than even competing, and so I think that was just something special that I had with myself, which was definitely, a good thing. Mostly it just empowered me to, want to be better than what they could even be and just push past, all the little expectations that there were.
Billings seniors Dawson Lawrence. The record is up for grabs.
Lawrence pulls away, leans across, and he does it.
Dawson Lawrence has broken Stacy Smiedala's 1986 record with a time of 1 minute 50.22 seconds.
In the back of my head, I knew that, I had the chance to, be the record holder with my dad. And when I heard that he broke the record, it was actually my old coach, Jesse Zentz from high school. He texted me, and I honestly thought that I really didn't think that it would happen. And congrats to him. I mean, such a great time and such an accomplishment. And after a record, I obviously broke a record that was just in that many years. I mean, it's definitely an accomplishment, and I think that he was well-deserved. Great time by him.
She really was within a hair of being a state champion her freshman year. And then she ran into arguably the best middle distance girls group of runners the state has ever seen.
Here's Christina Aragon, arguably the best in the Aragon family.
Christina Aragon outkicks the pack and heads for home. Aragon does it again, another all-class state record.
Christina Aragon became the first American female to medal in the 1500 at the World U20 Track and Field Championships. Aragon's 4 minutes and 8.71 seconds was the fourth fastest all time by a high school female.
We may never see another runner in Montana quite like Christina Aragon. What a career.
Annie Hill, the freshman phenom.
Hill owns back-to-back cross-country championships, and now that talent is shining on the track.
I mean, when you're running the times that she did and still coming in second, so you had these series of athletes, and you look at them now and what they're doing. I mean, Christina has, been an Olympic qualifier, and she's doing awesome in the Pac-12, and then you see Annie, who was going to be in Pac-12 next year too. That group of athletes, I don't know if we'll see that again for a while. I mean, we have some really awesome athletes right now in the state, but not that many at the same time.
I saw it that year. I mean, I think you could just see it kind of hanging over her. The pressure that brings. Everybody expected you to be a state champion the minute you stepped into high school. So to come so close as a freshman, and then to come close for 3 consecutive years, and to be a runner-up so many times, you could kind of see that hanging over her. But I really tried to really get her to focus on the progress part of it. It's not always all about winning championships. It's about becoming a better runner, becoming a better person, and just becoming a better athlete.
I don't think it was frustrating at all having, Christina, Annie, even the Morley sisters. If anything, it was just inspiring seeing, every weekend it was some record being broken by one of them. Every weekend it was like, oh my gosh, did you hear what, one of them did? And it honestly just pushed me even harder to, I wanted to be like them. I wanted to be, on that level with them and the great times they were breaking. I mean, even Christina, how many records did she break? It's unbelievable. And so having everyone, around during that short period of time, I think it pushed all of us. And now it's like, we're looking for the next people. It's crazy, and we're all super lucky to have each other.
There's the gun, and here we go. Down the backstretch they come, Smiedala and Aragon. Aragon trying to kick, but Smiedala too strong. Carly Smiedala finally gets the monkey off her back.
I can remember the 1-800, and I don't know if this is the one you're talking about, but she won at Score de Cam, and she beat Christina that day. And then the one state meet, Christina had, because she was an awesome gymnast too, and so she had either broken her elbow or something, so she was running in a cast. And I don't know if that's the one that you're talking about, because they were jostling there. And in fact, there was a coach even that put in a protest saying that, you know, Carly had tried to elbow her and get her out of the way. So they were definitely rivals, and you don't really see that as much on the track. I think later on, I wouldn't say their freshman and sophomore year that they particularly liked each other, but I think as it went on, there was a mutual respect and they loved to compete. It brought out the best in, you know, in both of them, I think.
I just want to say Christina and I, from the very beginning, love her to death. Before and after competition, even throughout competition, I love her to death. We always got along great, and so I think it's just that we both had that competitive face, you know, but definitely great, you know, great person, great athlete, and I'm so glad that I had her throughout my high school years, for sure.
Former Helena High runner Carly Smiedala setting the standards high at the University of Montana.
One of the athletes to keep an eye on this season is sophomore Carly Smiedala.
Carly Smiedala heads to the NCAA West Regional this week.
The biggest challenge transitioning from high school to college was probably just the training and just the, you know, managing school and, you know, relationships, friendships, just everything, the whole process of it. And then changing my training from, you know, high school mindset to college mindset, where there's, you know, way, you know, higher competition and everything. So that was difficult at first, but I've learned to work with that. Honestly, it's crazy to believe that 2 years have already passed. I mean, I was actually just talking to my coach about it the other day. 2 full years of training and lifting and just learning so much from, you know, my teammates, my coaches. I feel like a different person from where I even started. So it's been a great process so far.
Here they come, the final 100 meters in the women's 800.
Carly Smiedala starting to pull away.
Smiedala leans and down goes the record. Carly Smiedala.
2 minutes, 6.22 seconds. That's a new University of Montana record, shattering the old mark from more than 30 years ago.
The weather was beautiful, just everything kind of lined up, and for my first 800 of the year, it definitely went better than what I thought it was, you know, it was going to go. So
that was the first time outdoors this season?
Yep, my first 8 outdoors this season. I was actually laughing with my coach about it because last year my first outdoor 8 was here, and I led the first lap and then I got passed by everybody during the second lap. So I definitely had that in the back of my head when I was running my first 8 in California.
I was like, okay, big things are coming this season. You could just tell that it was starting to work for her. I had seen her over Christmas break. She actually did some dog sitting and cat sitting for us while we were away, and so I got to talk to her a little bit, and you could see the confidence level was rising. So yeah, when you see those records start to fall for a girl that's only in her second year of college, you could really see that special things were coming, and she's got the tools it takes to be a great 800 runner, and so yeah, when those things start clicking like that, it's one of those things that gets you off the couch.
Yeah, seeing how I line up with everybody throughout the nation, it's definitely a good feeling, but I know that it is just the beginning, and you know, the little bit of success I've been able to have has been solely based upon my coaches and my teammates.
And we're underway.
Here we go, the finals in the women's 800 at your Big Sky Conference Outdoor Championships. Montana sophomore Carly Smiedala held off a bit on Thursday, finishing 8 of the 8 qualifiers. Does she have anything left? They're headed for the straightaway, and Smiedala has the kick. She's pulling away. Carly Smiedala is your 2018 Big Sky Conference 800-meter champion.
This was a coming out party for her a little bit. I was really excited to see that she went to a program that was going to give her the attention she needed. It's amazing. I mean, she's got some awesome teammates with Emily Chorosky and Madeline Hamilton, who both were also in that top group of runners at the Big Sky Conference meet in the 800. So they've got a good group around her. They've got good coaching. I know she works with several coaches, not just one coach over there. So yeah, it's really, like, that's the way I look at it for her. It's her coming out party. She's still doing it in Montana, so everybody who knows her, who saw her battling day in and day out with those girls like Annie Hill and Christina Aragon, they recognize who she is, and I think, you know, for a lot of us, it's exciting to finally see her get her time in the sun.
The accolades keep piling on for Carly Smiedala. The Helena High program records. Montana's 400-meter dash state champion. Academic all Big Sky.
Smiedala rewriting the Montana Grizzly record books.
The biggest question now is, what's next?
My goals for the next couple years definitely just overall stay healthy because, even if I'm not running the way, I want to be running, it's definitely a plus to always be healthy. And then also just keep strengthening the bonds with my coaches and my teammates and being able to follow, their plans for me and my plans for me and just keep checking off boxes and hopefully running way faster in the future.
I'd love to see her, to be able to compete at, the NCAA finals, and I would love to go watch her in Eugene, and see her compete there. And I really think she can do it as long as she can stay healthy. And I think oftentimes with collegiate athletes, it's not always the success early on, especially with women. And I think that in the next couple years, I think she's going to have an awesome opportunity to be able to do that. I think she will reach All-American status. I really do. I think she has that potential. And then I could see her competing even after college. I really could. And then see her. Be fun to see what she does then.
I can't imagine, after my college years not running. I just can't see that happening. I love competing, but the training part of it and being around my coaches, my teammates, that's what does it for me. And I love that, and I'll continue to do so. And I hope to be involved in the community. And hopefully, whether I go out of state for a little bit after college, hopefully I'll be able to come back and be in this beautiful state. My storybook ending would probably be to run under 2 minutes. If I could do that, I would be happy. I'll be happy either way, but I'd really like to run under 2 minutes and then end off my season with, a great race. Whatever that may be at that moment, whatever I can do, end up healthy and have a great race for my last race. That'd be great.
Make no mistake about it, Carly Smiedala is certainly out of the shadows now.